guys, so just before we jump into this podcast, quick one. I want you to open yourself up to the things that we will be discussing specifically in this podcast. I hope this is insightful to you. If it is, leave a comment down below and give us a like. It means the world to us, and we'll continue making more of these videos. And if you are in a constant state of pressure, what happens is the brain actually goes into a negative loop. When there's a lot of cortisol, your brain is in a state of fight or flight. I've got the energy to actually tackle this thing, whether it's facing Goliath, clubbing it, or running away from it. Let's take like a monk for argument's sake. Like their cortisol is virtually like zero. If you take someone that's in an extremely high performance position, draining and my energy is really being sapped, cortisol is at play.
What do you think is the solution to that?
And I believe that there's a lot of business owners, they're faced with insecurities, and those things, I think what it does, and especially from a neuroscience perspective, is the cortisol is your fight and flight hormone. And if you are in a constant state of pressure, what happens is the brain actually goes into a negative loop. When there's a lot of cortisol, your body needs to be fueled in order to continue with the task at hand. So for argument's sake, if things is going bad and you find bad report upon bad report upon bad report, there comes a point where your cortisol level rises to such a point where the body needs an energy source to actually figure out and attack the problem. So if it's fight, then okay, let's go. Everything is a mission, everything needs to be fight. Your brain then releases adrenaline and norepinephrine, and that is a fuel source to actually give you the momentum of okay, let's go, like let's kill this thing, let's attack the problem. Once you fix the problem, another chemical gets released, and that's dopamine, for a short period of time, because now your brain is in a state of fight or flight. I've got the energy to actually tackle this thing, whether it's facing Goliath, clubbing it, or running away from it. And when you achieve the mini goal, you release a slight sense of dopamine. The dopamine actually levels out. Once it levels out, that's how the negative loop continues to fall over. And there's a book called Blink by Malcolm that speaks about when you are constantly in a position of stress and anxiety, your baseline of cortisol actually rises. Let's take like a monk for argument's sake. Like their cortisol is virtually like zero. If you take someone that's in an extremely high performance position, cortisol is at play. And if cortisol is left unchecked for too long, the baseline of cortisol actually rises. And that enforces a negative loop of cortisol, adrenaline, and dopamine. And it's a bad thing. And I think a lot of people is, you get so addicted to work, you get so addicted to go, move. And I mean, I'm speaking to myself here for a very long time where I felt that it's draining and my energy is really being sapped, but I need to get it done. And then I get the powers, like, okay, I get the energy to actually get this done, and then I get a release, but then I literally just fall back into cortisol.
What do you think is the solution to that?
I think that's the amazing thing of being human, right? It's like your body, spirit, and soul. Our responsibility to actually keep our emotional state in check. And I think a big component is just being aware of the fact that, hey man, I'm not doing very well. Like I'm not feeling my most optimal self. I think coming to a point where you actually are aware of like what's going on in your body and like how you feel, and actually dealing with that, I would say, I think that's a good starting point.